Part 1 of the shed build.
This is part 1 of the shed build. Before anything gets built, it all starts with the site. At the moment, I've got no real storage space, which is why this shed is needed. You can see the driveway here in the VX Calais project, and then the area up the back where the shed will go. There's already an existing moss rock retaining wall, and the block has a fair bit of fall across it. This isn't a flat site, so it's going to need a lot of excavation and retaining. Before any of that could happen, this had to be dealt with. This is a flashback to when a 22,000 litre rainwater tank was sitting, right where the shed access needs to be. Stage 1 of this build was simply getting this tank out of the way. The tank had been great to have, but it completely blocked access to the site. I listed it, it's sold, and the buyer came out to remove it. Once it was gone, the area finally opened up. That was the first real step toward making this build possible. From a map view, this is the area I'm working with. This is the exact spot where the shed will go. The contour and engineering plans, from the house and driveway level up to the back fence, explain why retaining is such a big part of this job. There's roughly a 5-metre rise across the block. The rear will be supported by rebuilding the existing moss rock wall, around 16 metres wide and roughly 4 metres high once rebuilt. Along the west boundary, there will be a sleeper retaining wall with a dogleg, which also allows space for a rainwater tank. The size is 7 metres deep by 14 metres wide. This is the shed design. I went with Olympic Industries after getting a few different quotes. The shed will be monument in colour, with 2 roller doors off the driveway plus a personal access door. There will be 2 tinted skylights and 3 whirly birds to help with light and heat. This is the floor plan, and the size should give enough room to actually work in the space properly. Same plans here, just highlighting a few more details. The total floor area comes out to 98.53 square metres, which is a good balance between storage and usable workshop space. I'm planning on ceiling and wall insulation to help keep temperatures under control. From the front view, the ridge height is 5.6 metres, so there's plenty of vertical space to work with as well. These elevation drawings show how everything ties together: door heights, wall heights, and how the shed sits on the slab. This is what everything on site eventually needs to match. Back on site again. This whole area needs to be excavated to suit the engineered levels before anything else can happen. Down below is the rainwater pump system that feeds the house. That system, along with plumbing and electrical, will need to be relocated to suit the new layout. It's one of those things you have to plan around early. Another look at the contour drawings. These dictate how deep we cut, where retaining goes, and what the finished levels need to be. Day 1. The Hitachi excavator is on site and excavation has started. The first cuts are about breaking ground and starting to chase the levels from the engineering plans. It doesn't take long before spoil starts building up. There's going to be a lot of material coming out of this site. Walking up from the driveway, you can already see how much has been removed. This is where the scale of the job starts to show. Before going too far, I wanted to check the condition of the driveway. Any existing cracks or issues are worth knowing about before heavier machinery keeps using it. There's always a risk of more damage as heavier trucks come in. There's no other access to the site, so if it happens, and I'll deal with it if it does. Back on site, and a fair bit of work has already been done. The shape of the site is starting to take form. These timber sleepers will be removed as excavation continues. We need enough room for the shed, clearance around it, and space for water tanks and pumps. The next day shows solid progress. The first tier of excavation is nearly complete, and that bank on the right will be cut back to suit the house level. All the old car parts and clutter will need to go as well. This space needs to be practical. This is a rough mark out using pink chalk, just to visualise where the shed walls will sit. Along the back, we still need to excavate further. The moss rock wall will be rebuilt at the new ground level. As per the engineering plans, the 14-metre width should give plenty of usable space for storage and workshop use. Once it's marked out, it's easier to see what stays and what needs to go. This rock wall closer to the house will be relocated and reused where possible to retain the rear and side banks. It adds time and money, but there's no avoiding it. By day 4, it's still rock breaking, loading spoil, and hauling it off-site. About a 40-minute round trip each load. These next shots just show steady progress. The excavation is getting deeper and the site is opening up. Each stage brings it closer to the final levels. So far, this looks like the main section where rock is an issue. This view really shows the scale of what's required. From the current ground level to the base of the rock wall is about 2 metres, and then another 2.5 metres up to the back fence. At this point, 276 tonnes of material has been removed from site. It's finally possible to visualise what the finished space will look like. These are the engineering plans for the sleeper retaining wall. At its highest point, the wall is 3.6 meters with 2 meter spans. This retaining is what makes the whole shed possible. And here are the details for rebuilding the moss rock walls. The rear moss rock wall will be rebuilt across 16 metres, with the base keyed into the ground and backfilled correctly. As it pans across to the sleeper elevations, you can see the walls stepping down in height as they move toward the front of the site. As of March 2026, here's where we stand with the site preparation. Coming up, we'll get into the nitty-gritty about the retaining walls and the preparation of the slabs. Make sure to like and subscribe to catch the next update.